It's that time again. The days are longer, the sun is out, and everyone's telling you to pause. Take a break. Go outside. Stretch your legs. Touch grass. So I did. I touched the grass, took a deep breath, played with cats, even climbed a tree. And while I was out there, I thought, you know what else is a great spring activity? Trying a new game. Something fresh. Something with depth. Something I can sink my teeth into when I'm not pretending to be productive outdoors. Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another video. So if you're an endgame SWGOH player like myself, you will know that there are definitely a lot of downtimes in our game when it comes to, content and what to do, like raids on farm, territory battles for the most part is on farm, territory wars would need some big quality of life improvements that would again drive the engagement up there, so it's almost also kind of like an autopilot sort of situation. And Conquest, I guess for me personally, is like the only time, like a 1 week a month, that kind of I get a little bit more interested and a little bit more busy. So I've been kind of starting to look at other games, maybe try to pick something else along the way, and I finally picked up that game. So there is actually a reason why right now I picked up the game. I'll talk to you about more later once we go through the video. And guys, honestly, this is the best time ever to start playing Raid Shadow Legends, because I partnered with them to bring you a limited time offer. If you download the game using my link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen, you'll instantly unlock a massive starter pack with a legendary champion, Tholin Foulbeard, and it gets even better because once you reach level 10, you'll get an epic champion in Stag Knight, then another one at level 20, which is Ugo, and the third epic champion you'll receive at level 30 will be Taguar. But the real star of this event, at least for me personally, is Pelops the Victor, a legendary spirit champion from the Argonites faction, which by far is my favorite in the game. To get him, just download the game through my link or QR code and use the promo code SUPERVICTORY. Pelops is a hybrid tank controller with a magma shield, taunt and burn. Basically a walking "you shall not pass" sign. So I guess after you make through that initial tutorial, this is where you land. And first of all, actually, before we even talk about tutorial and everything, even the first experience with this game, actually downloading it, was already amazing for me, because guess what? I'm playing it on PC and it's available on Steam, and a lot of us have Steam already up and running, so there was no need to register, no need to create an account. I just went to Steam, hit download, hit play, I was logged in and ready to go. So no extra third-party launchers or anything needed to play it if you are playing it on PC, which is obviously a huge win in my books. Another thing as well, which I'm at the moment in full screen, I can't show you, but essentially you can resize the window to your liking. You're not constantly locked in an aspect ratio like you are with SWGOH, where it's constantly 16:9, no matter how much you can resize the window. So if you go into options, again, you can set your own resolution, you can resize, you can adjust the frame rate to your liking as well, the graphics quality. So there's definitely a lot in here, a little bit that makes it feel more like a real game rather than a mobile game. So I absolutely love it, especially a content creator. I really want the game in the aspect ratio and resolution that suits obviously for my recording purposes. So I was surprised that actually they offer that, so it was really cool. Now going back to tutorial is really cool. Like when you start a new account, new game, you just go straight into the action. There is no nothing trying to distract you. And the tutorial is well done. It's short, but it's really fun. There's a bit of humor in there, some dialogue between the characters, and it's not just text. There's also voiceover for it, just to make it a lot more immersive. I'm a huge fan of voiceovers in campaigns because I don't like to read but I do like to listen, so that was huge, absolutely love it. And also after the tutorial, you actually get to choose your first champion, so you get to choose from 4, which again is huge, because then you can already at the start of the game, you kind of start choosing your path, like which faction maybe you want to work towards, unlike in Galaxy of Heroes where everybody get the same, so you don't really have a choice. I did kind of chose the Dark Elves as my starting faction, so I did pick up Cal as my first one, and I've been kind of leveling him up a little bit, but you know, when you start a game, like, I try not to over-invest too much, because there are bigger plans down the road once you do get some better champions down, so I'm just kind of upgrading him a little bit as I'm playing through, as I get stuck on certain level, just bump up a couple of levels and keep going. While we're looking at the character screen, might as well talk about this, I guess, the artifacts. From what I make it, again, it's really day 2 of my game, so from what I make of it so far, it's essentially like mods in SWGOH, so nothing new. Similarly, you upgrade them and then secondary stats unlock, so we are very familiar with that, but there are also other ways to boost them, rework them, ascend, so you can do a lot more with mods. Definitely progression system from a lot of things is a lot deeper than in SWGOH. But what I do want to highlight is something very, very basic that you don't really think about, because check this out: manage, remove. Removing an artifact / mods doesn't cost you anything? Wow, what a brilliant idea, isn't it? I wish we would really have that in SWGOH, because oh boy, people that remod a lot, they know credit crunch can be real sometimes. So just being able to move mods around without incurring any cost is really, really cool. Speaking of cost, also like for leveling up, you can level up, but you just level up, you gain experience by playing the battles, which definitely, like at the start of campaign, is very good, because you can quickly level up without spending resources. Just by playing the game, your characters gain XP and they level up. What a brilliant concept. No currency needed to spend. So in terms of the kind of gameplay, what I'm, just try not to overthink it. You've got missions that tell you what to do, so you just kind of follow these missions that says go win X amount of battles in campaign, put some gear, upgrade it, so you just kind of, it guides you through, and that's how you then learn how the progression systems work and so on. So very cool. And then you've got quests, so it's similar like we have daily activities in SWGOH, you have daily as well here, quests. Not only daily, you have weekly, you have monthly, you also got events as well constantly, which I guess looks like some of them I didn't unlock yet. So there's constantly seems like something going on. And now let's have a look at the actual game modes here. So you've got a few. Obviously campaign is kind of your first point of entry, even with the tutorial you kind of go through campaign. And again, campaigns aren't just kind of like a random nodes like in SWGOH. You actually each kind of chapter, if you will, has got its own story. So as you go between chapters, you get some, again, storyline with a voiceover, some nice illustration, just, kind of that you get into the spirit, into the character, that you actually know why you're fighting somebody. And each of them have their own kind of their own enemies, their own feel. Another cool thing about as well, the gameplay mechanics, you have this system right here that explains you when you have different affinities, and if you go up against one or the other, you get bonuses, which is kind of adds another, I guess, level of strategy to the battles. Another thing is, to get 3-star, guess what? It's not just like don't lose anybody. You actually have like specific feats to get more stars, which again gives some replayability to the campaign, which is nice. And also at the end of every chapter there is a boss you battle, which is really cool. Anyway, might as well just battle it and see if we can take down the boss here or not. Alright, let's go ahead, do our power move. Boom. Sure, maybe poison him. There we go. Do you want AoE? Nope, that's not an AoE. Sorry, this is an AoE, isn't it? Yeah, I'm still kind of learning my characters, what they do, but definitely having fun with it. I actually prefer a little bit more of a side profile to the action. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Transitioning on to wave 2. Again, just do a basic, I guess. Basic. I see the old habits die hard. I wanted to do a basic and I selected basic and tapped the enemy, whereas I could have just tapped the enemy, which is cool actually. There we go. You can just tap. Kind of saves you a bit of time, I guess, just kind of playing through this. She's not looking too good. I'm about to lose somebody, it seems. Hold on. Yeah, I might have to level up a bit, but we'll just kind of get through it, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, no need, just basic, just tap. Okay, she's down for the count. Not looking good right now. Let's see if our power move can save us. There we go, nice one. Do some of that. Oh, that was probably a waste of an AoE, but okay, fine. Sure, basic should do here. There we go. On to the next one. There you go. So you can see at the end of every chapter you actually face a boss. It's not just some random stuff you see in SWGOH, which kind of, again, makes sense a bit more, because, you know, you do want to end, I guess, the chapter with something a bit more epic, like, which will probably mean a loss for me, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Let's go ahead. Ooh, that was a big hit, actually. Maybe these two guys can carry this battle. Let's see. There we go. We point. Ooh, I got frozen. Alright, here we go. Come on. Oof, almost there. Like, if he wouldn't get frozen, probably I could have defeated him already. But looks like we should be able still to bring this one home. And there you have it. And that's what I was saying. As you finish the chapter, you kind of get a nice storyline, some illustration, just that you get immersed a little bit more into the story. It's definitely very nice to see that, you know, just kind of, you know, facing kind of random nodes and so on. As you can see, a lot of stuff to do. And if you still haven't jumped in yet, now's honestly the perfect moment thanks to my partnership. When you download the Raid Shadow Legends using my link or the QR code, you will receive Pelops the Victor, a legendary spirit champion, but remember you have to use promo code SUPERVICTORY to get it. And yes, you still get all the other bonuses too, the starter pack, and you get a legendary champion, Tholin Foulbeard, and then 3 epic champions, Stag Knight, Ugo and Taguar. As you level up, that in combination with Pelops the Victor will give you a ridiculously strong early game lineup, and it's all only available through my link in description below or the QR code. And then as I get stuck, I need some more materials to level up, then you just hit different dungeons. Dungeons, think of it is like Colosseum, but like 100 times better, right? You're not locked by your era units that you can't really equip, level up, you're stuck with what you have with bajillion different currencies trying to figure out how that all works, and then depending which dungeon you hit, what rewards you're gonna get. So you just kind of hit the dungeons that you need the rewards for progression. Again, progression is very deep, it's gonna be too much if I go into it in this video, I think, and I'm still kind of getting grasp of it, to be honest. So very cool. Obviously, again, campaign is your starting point. Dungeons when you need to level up. You've got your arena, which is kind of, from what I see, similar to SWGOH as well. You go and you go up against somebody's defense. Hopefully win, get some rewards. Again, I'm just kind of starting, so didn't have too much in there. However, I do want to try this because I just joined a clan and I haven't actually tried fighting I guess a clan boss. So let's see if I can actually do some damage again using my Dark Elves. I've been working on them, so let's see how this will go. Okay. All right, I guess I need a little bit higher level for this. Yeah, sure, I don't know. Oh man, that was brutal. All right. Hey, I did get some damage. So I guess this is sort of like a raid system we have in SWGOH. That's how it looks like, these clan bosses. I mean, it's a clan activity, so I guess it's sort of raids, I guess, which is nice. And again, there's a lot of stuff I didn't unlock yet, so plenty of things to explore and do in the future. And let's also talk about how you actually acquire these champions. So it has a summoning mechanics, which personally I prefer over grinding shards, because you just get a whole character at certain rarity level and then you level it up from there. You don't have to grind shards. Like grinding shards is literally like the worst experience, I think, when it comes to this hero collecting game. So any sort of mechanics that prevents you from grinding shards, I'm up for it. So let's go ahead, I guess, and pull some of the ones. Let's start off with blue. We'll go purple and then yellow and just see if we can actually pull something off. As well, they have this thing where you can actually like kind of select 2 heroes from a list that you would like. So again, I'm trying to get some more Dark Elves or Argonites when I can. So hopefully I kind of get increased chance for those. So it gives you a little bit kind of more power into who you want to pull. All right, let's see. Our first Ancient Shard, who will it be? Okay, oh, that's an interesting looking character. Sylvian Watchers, that's the faction from there. Again, you can check out what they do and so on. The good thing is, even if you do pull like a duplicate, you can then use it to level up other ones. Again, we might talk about that in another video, but for now, let's go. I have 5 purple ones. Again, I've chosen which 2 I would prefer. So hopefully we can get one of them. All right, let's see. Come on. Give us something big. Okay. Oh, there we go. She looks cool. Yeah, she was the one I actually wanted for Argonites. Because, as mentioned before, there was a special reason why I started playing the game now, and my favorite faction, Argonites. Let's open up a few more and then we'll hop over to the factions as well. So that was a brilliant start. I got exactly what I wanted. Alright, let's see who we got next. Okay, looks like we got a pet. So, I mean, I like dogs, so I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and open up another one. What are we gonna pull? What are we gonna pull? Oh, that's interesting looking character. It's like if a pig and a bat would have a baby? That's actually quite a cool design, actually. Man, the character design, the champion design is really creative. So their team really is doing a great job of coming up with like cool designs. And I got another Dark Elf. Yes, I'm building the Dark Elves faction. Having one for defense. I think that's probably what my team is lacking at the moment. So I'll level him up probably. Alright, let's go ahead and get 5 of these as well. So our first one. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? It's sort of like a medieval Deadpool, isn't it? That is so cool. Okay, we got one more. This is the guy I really want. This guy right here from the Argonites. Because again, I started off with Dark Elves as a starting faction, but I really want to go down the Argonites, right? Come on. What are we gonna get? The last chance for today. Okay. Alright, what is some sort of like a mummy character, it seems like? Interesting. Okay, so that's, I guess, all the pulls interesting pulls I have for today. Definitely was glad because I did pull one of the Argonites. So let's just finish off with the factions. A lot of factions to choose from. Again, by far my favorite one is Argonites, because I'm a huge fan of ancient Greek mythology, and this kind of brings the deities and heroes from that. So I'm really happy to see that. That's not all though, because guess what? They did a crossover with Assassin's Creed, bringing us Cassandra. And also I'm a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. Actually, the Odyssey was my favorite by far from the series. So definitely happy to see Cassandra added. Although I wouldn't mind Alexio as well, to be honest, because I did play as Alexio in there. But absolutely brilliant faction, by far my favorite. And there you go, that's all what I wanted to share you in today's video. Hopefully found it interesting and useful just to see the new game I decided to pick up. Gave you the reasons why I chose this specific time, just because of addition of Argonites faction. Absolutely love it as a fan of Greek mythology. So I'll just keep playing this game and, you know, kind of maybe here and there give you an update of how it's going. Hopefully I'll see you then, but otherwise have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.